Hello dear viewers and learners, my name is Enoch Juriely from Echeta TV. I'm here to present an English orientation course. My topic today will be measuring of length. As we see in the previous lesson that we have a topic of measuring of time. We saw how watch used to measure time in hours. We saw the measure of day and night. We saw years, we saw decade and the other centuries and the other units which are in measurement of time. Now today we have a measure in length. When we say length, we mean that measure of a distance from one end of an object to the another end of an object. There we say a measure of length. It means you measure from one point of an object to the another point of an object. Maybe you have a wall of a house. You measure from one part of the wall to another part of the wall. That you get here, oh, this is 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, or 10 meters, 1 meter, and so forth. Those are measure of length. And the unit measure of length is meters. The unit measure of length is meter. That's the standard measure of length, is measured in meters, and the instrument used to measure length is known as a meter rule. So we have two important things to know, that we have a meter rule. This is the instrument used to measure length. If you want to get a length, you use meter rule. It can be embedded with two type of unit, that is mile and centimeters. So you found there is one part which shows those units, in another part which show another unit. So we have meter, which is used in measure of length, but in our case we usually deal with much of centimeters. Now, so we say a meter rule is used to measure length. If you want to measure a length from one position to another, you use a meter rule. We have many different instruments and apparatus and machines to measure length, like vernier caliper and others which are used to measure length. But for our case today, we are going to deal with measure of length using a meter rule. A meter rule, as you see in the picture there is a picture of a meter rule used to measure length. What the advantages of measuring length? Length can give us which one is longer, which one is shorter. Maybe you have two roads from your home to the market. You measure the distance of the road from your home to the market, or from your home to the school. And then you after taking that measure, you know which road is shorter and which one is longer. So you took the use of the shorter length. This will assist you in walking in such kind of environment. It means you move with the shorter length, you become fast and you save cost. So the measure of length have some advantages to know which one is longer, which one is shorter. Maybe you have two sticks at your home, or two pegs. You want to construct maybe a certain structure or house or building for keeping your small animals, learners, whatever. What you should take is to measure distance, a measure of length, the length between one stick and another stick. After you take that measure, it means it is easy for you to get requirements which you need for construction of the particular structure or building or simple building at your home. You know longer, which one is longer, which one the longest. Maybe you take a measure of maybe sugar cane. You want to know which one is longest. You measure by using a meter rule. It enables us to know which one is taller and which one is the tallest. The tall and tallest. Maybe you are two at your school. there are different students in your school. So you measure the distance of one person and another student and another student. You get to know, oh, Mr. John is taller and Mr. Barnabas is the tallest. You get to know which one is taller and which one is tallest. And you get to know which one is bigger than. Juma is bigger than Joseph. How to distinguish that? You use measure of length. Maybe measure the length of Juma is 172 centimeter. The length of John is 150 centimeter. So you say John is shorter than Juma. It means the distance, the difference in length show you who is shorter, who is bigger. So you say that the use of word bigger than can be used when observation in measure of length is being done. John is bigger than Juma. This is applied when you measure their corresponding length. Now let's take a simple exercise. Take your ruler and start measuring. Write in your notebook. Measure the distance from one corner of your classroom to another corner of your classroom. Measure the distance from one corner of your classroom to another corner of your classroom. Measure the distance of your foot. How length do your foot have compared with your fellow's foot? So take a distance of your fellow foot and measure it compared with your fellow foot. Again, measure the distance or take a measure of length of your exercise book. Measure its length from one point to another point and write it in your notebook. Take the other 5 objects of your choice and measure their length and compare them. Which one is longer, taller, and which one is bigger than another one using length. Length can manage to keep those words longer, taller, and bigger. After taking those measurements, write it in your notebook and compare with your fellows' measurement. And then again, note which one is bigger, which one is smaller, and which one is taller. Thanks again, my students, and welcome again for another lesson. I'm Enock Juriely from Eteta TV. Welcome.